everybody, welcome back to the Visor Down channel. This is SHAREfactory. This is Fuji Speedway. This is round 7, group 3, driving the 911 RSR. Love this car. This track is a real track out in the world. It's very fast, very flowing. This race, I hope you enjoy it. I qualified 7th. It's going to be a bumper-to-bumper race, the entire race of 15 laps. 2 pit stops, let's get going. Alright, like I was saying, this is an awesome track to race on, but this race is all about drafting on the front straight to get all the way into 6th gear. Alright, we come down to turn 1, we're going to downshift all the way to 1st. If you can notice on the bottom right hand corner of my cockpit, you see the radar, you see the blue arrows, those are my competitors, the red arrow is me. You're going to see them in that car space almost the entire race. So not only got to take care of who I've got in front of me, I got to watch the rear camera also, because I never know who's going to try and get around me. So right now I have a Corvette behind me, a Jaguar in front, but pretty much the rest of the cars are Porsches, the same car I'm driving. I had to get on the brakes really hard there, downshift, back to 1st, up to 2nd. Now we're coming back down, we're going to go downhill. See Mount Fuji up there on the top right. Down to 2nd, uphill, downshift back down to 1st, get back on the throttle. Now I'm going to be going around the outside, which is the correct line anyway, and of course this guy hits me, doesn't take me out, but you notice my SR rating just went down because he hit me and they blamed it on me. So this is another wide corner. Cut inside, and the main thing is when you're on the front straight, which is the end of the first lap, is that you want to stay everyone's draft. You'll notice everyone's going to be dodging in and out, trying to break the draft. Not only the people in front of me, but also they got that Corvette still behind me. So I'm trying to get into 6th gear. Like I was telling you before, when I qualified here, I never got the 6th at the end of the straight. It was always on top of 5th. So the draft does help. Try to late brake. I see that Corvette on my left side. He's backing off. Cut the corner, get back on the gas, just keep chasing the back in front of me. You notice first place is out from the distance, so he's getting away, because 2nd place, all the way back to me, we're all bunched up behind him because he's not quick enough to pull away, because we're all sitting in his draft. So alright, so now it's getting a little nasty here. Everyone's starting to bunch up. That Mercedes on the right, he's going to get a penalty right now. So he has a 2nd penalty, which he has to serve on the front straight as we get back onto the straight on that last corner. And he's going to lose probably 3 or 4 positions just by that 1 second. So I know I'm guaranteed, as long as I stay where I'm at, I'm going to move up to 6th once he has to serve that penalty. So keeping an eye on the rearview mirror and course at the front. That Mercedes is trying to get onto the right. I'm trying to split them. I've got to back off just a little bit, but it's okay. I want to be in other people's draft. I don't want to be at the front of this group and just have everybody draft me. So you got to be, there's that penalty. The Mercedes now back, so I'm back into 6th. You got to be strategic of when you're ready to pass somebody. You don't want to do it right before you get on this front straight, because you're pretty much toast unless you have somebody to draft in front of you. Oh, that Corvette's on my right. He's trying to take a look in the inside. I decided to keep my car in the middle of the front straight, then make him choose which way he wanted to go. He decided to back off, which is a smart move. And I don't know if you noticed, the guy who's in front of me, I raced him at the A1 ring in Austria. And that was a wet race. Same cars. This guy likes to dive up the inside of every corner that's sharp, but he doesn't make it, so he uses your car to keep him from going off. He's going to do that here in a minute once I pass him. I accidentally tagged him just a tiny bit. Wasn't enough to actually get a penalty, and it didn't knock him enough to where he was going to go off track, because he broke a lot earlier than I did. So obviously I'm carrying more speed through that corner. I just didn't compensate it. Being this close quarters like this, you've really got to keep an eye on making sure you don't hit people. As you see, I got a better run off that corner. All right, so remember I was telling about him diving up the inside. So I've got the inside corner here, but the next one's a left-hander. He did this to me at the Austria ring. He dove right in. Here he comes. Decides to hit me again. And you notice 4th place got loose. He went off. we're back to where we were before we had those last couple corners. So back onto the main straight, back into this draft, but they got the Corvette right behind me. I told you this is pretty intense. It's like this the entire race. I told you there's 2 pit stops. Everyone's gonna pit except for me on lap 5. So lap 5 is when this entire field's gonna go in, including first place. My strategy is to stay out 1 extra lap, because if everyone goes in and when they come out of the pits, they're all gonna fight each other going to this corner, and it's gonna slow them up. I believe once I get free air, I have nobody else around me except for maybe first place, then I'll actually make up maybe 1 place. So that's my strategy, and that's gonna do the same thing on the second and final pit stop. That's my same plan. As long as I don't go off track, and I keep the same positions, if not get better. So this outside corner, I don't have to stay behind them. I can go around the outside because the next corner is a left, and I've got the inside track. So, of course, he brakes late. He goes wide. I lose my rear end just a little bit, so he's still beside me. He's going to get in front. I'm going to get back behind him. The Corvette is not too close behind me, so I'm not worried about him right now. I just want to get out of this corner a better run, get back on the gas, which is I do, and get back beside him. I know I'm faster through this corner. I get on the throttle earlier, so he's on now on the right side of me in the Porsche. And he's not decided to go to the inside. He's going to take the outside, which is the wrong move, because now he has to back off. He's not going to make the corner. Now I have 5th place. All right. Back onto the front straight. We got 4th, 3rd, and 2nd right in front of me. So they're weaving. Just trying to stay out of the draft. All right, this is the beginning of lap 5, so this is the lap that everyone else is going to go in the pits. Late brake, come down, get right on his bumper. So 6th place behind me is actually the now Corvette again. He overtook that Red Bull Porsche. And I'm just quicker through that corner. That's why his tires are starting to eat it. So those guys are really pushing hard these first 4 or 5 laps. And I'm pretty sure their tires are just a little bit more worn than mine. Yeah, see, I'm carrying more speed. Still keeping my eye on the rear view monitor. I don't see that Corvette too close to me right now. Through here, downshift, get back on the throttle. And he did a good turn in on that too, so I didn't make any room. I am faster, get on the throttle here. Go out wide, downshift, cut it, lift just a tiny bit, get back on, upshift, downshift. All right, now I'm expecting everybody to go in, so just stay in their draft. I don't care if they're in the pit lane getting ready to go in. I'm going to stay right behind them and just go left when they dive into the right. So first place is in the pits right now, just like I thought. Everyone's going to the pits. I'm down first at the moment because he pitted, but you don't do the full pit road, so you can see first place is now in front of me. It's just the way the game is. You only lose like 5 seconds in the pits where you should lose 20. Just the way it's made. It actually makes for a lot more closer action to begin with. So anyway, so my plan at the moment is now working. Now, how I know it's going to work for sure is when I go into pit at the end of this lap, and they went to pits, I was in 5th place. When I go into pits and come out, I should be in 4th. So if my strategy works, I'll be in 4th, and everyone who was in front of me will be behind me, most of them. And I'll be chasing 3rd through 1st. So now my tires are really starting to be worn. He's got a fresh set of rubber on. It usually takes about a good half lap to a lap to get your tires up to temp. So, but having fresh rubber, he's going a lot quicker than me at the moment. I'm just trying to hang with him. Because everyone who just pitted for new tires, they're starting to slowly catch me. But I have that buffer. But like I said, I'm just expecting to have 1 place better when I come out of the pits. Alright, so it's my turn to come to the pits. and I don't have to slow down for it. I just make sure I don't hit the walls going in. It's a quick right left. Now I'm not going to put any fuel in at all. I just want to change on to mediums. The required tire in this race is the softs, which I just did, but I could have gone to softs again, but it's going to be a quick 5-6 laps and then back on mediums, and I'd rather do a medium now. So I told you I was going to be in 4th place, which I am right now, but everybody's coming up behind me. I'm going to protect the inside line. Went a little too quick in there, so it was a bad line going through, but they're behind me. So my strategy just worked. So I'm now in 4th place, but guess what? My tires are cold and they're medium, so they don't stick as much. They're a second slower, and they're not warm yet. As you can tell, I'm sliding now. So I got somebody right next to me. It's a Mercedes. He's backing off. There's a Corvette behind him. I just got to keep him behind me long enough to get my tires at the temp, because I'm assuming they went to softs. So they're obviously going to be faster than me right off the get-go. But here's the thing, is even if I start losing a placer here, I'm not too worried about it, because eventually their tires are going to wear out faster than mine, and I'll eventually get back up to 4th. So I let 4th place go, 5th place go to 4th. I'm now back to 5th, but you can see I'm right back on him, but I've got the Corvette behind me. Just be smooth as I can. And like I said before, you don't want to be in front with nobody to draft getting on the front straight, which is right now. So I'm in his draft. Corvette's sitting right on my tail. He knows better than poke his nose out unless he's able to catch the draft of the Mercedes in front of me. I'm just trying to cover him. He's decided he's gonna, he's poking a little bit more. I'm gonna cover the middle of the track. He's gonna go on the inside, but I'm gonna late brake really late, and he decided to back off. He's right beside me, but I've got an inside line. Next corner is a left-hander. He should not, he's backing off. He didn't take hardly as much speed as me, so through that corner. Mercedes is not really getting away, and I'm staying in this draft, which is good, because I've got tires that'll last longer. Downshift again. I practiced this track. I've raced on this track before, but with a different car. But I practiced on this course a good 30 minutes before I decided to race this race time. And I will post a video actually how I practice, because basically I load up the fastest ghost car, depending which car is being used. If it's the same car I'm using, then I'll pick that time. It'll be usually the top 10 times in the country. And just use that to get my pace down. So 6th, so he decided to cover the middle. I'm gonna cut back, get on the throttle before him, and I just undercut him and went past. So he was able to slow down in time. The bad line going in that corner allowed me to just get underneath him and get on the throttle faster. So I'm back up to the 4th place that I lost earlier. And as you can see, 3rd place is not too far. And he's going to probably have to pit and make his second pit stop probably at the end of this lap, if he's on softs. You can see the Mercedes is not catching up to me. So the reason why I didn't put any fuel in, even though I don't think I need it, I take just a tiny bit of splash of fuel on this next pit stop, just to cover myself to make sure I don't run out of fuel. So if you looked at my other video, where I almost ran out of fuel in one of the first rounds of this championship, I don't want that to happen again. I don't want to save fuel at all. I'll sacrifice a little weight to have more power. I think I just saw 3rd place. He just went over around the corner. And I believe he's going in. and I was right. So third place is going in. You can see on the pit board. He was on soft, so that's why he had to come in. I'm now up to third. Now I look at the track map as I'm going by the pits to see who's actually coming in and out, so I don't run into them. So that Jaguar that was in front of me at the beginning of the race is now 2 cars behind me, but he's got brand new tires on. And he's got softs, so he's going to be very quick. So starting 7th, my whole point to this race, I didn't know if I was going to be able to win it or not. It was just get on the podium. Just maximize points, get on the podium, which is the top 3 steps. At the moment, my plan is starting to work, even though I've got another pit stop to happen, to go. But I'm going to put softs on, so I'll be as fast as I was in the beginning, except on a way lighter fuel load. So that Jaguar already made it the spot, and he's coming really fast behind me, and it's okay. He's using up his tires really fast because usually the first 2 laps when you first get new stickers on, as soon as they're warmed up, is the fastest they're ever going to be. So he's right on me right now. I'm not going to fight the issue because guess what? Like I said before, you don't want to be on this front straight alone with nobody to draft. So I just sat there and waited back. Okay, I'll just let him pull me down the front straight. He's going to go slower. So basically I'm not losing any time. Even though he's in front of me, I'm going to go to the pits anyway. So he dragged me all the way to the pits. Like I said before, I'm going to actually take a splash of fuel, putting softs on. I didn't really need it. I had to do it. But I did just to be safe. If I had to do it over again, I probably wouldn't have done it. Alright, so I'm now in 6th place. Right now it's just staying with him. My tires are starting to warm up. Usually with the softs it takes half a lap to get them warm. The mediums it's almost a full lap. Since we're on the back part of the track, which is really the twisty part, unless he makes a mistake, I'm probably going to sit with him and just stay as close as I can before we get to the front straight, so I can just drag race and just be in his draft until we get to the first corner. And you can see 4th place is not far. See, he's nowhere near as quick as I am. There's 4th. 4th is getting slower, so more likely 4th is getting ready to pit because his tires are shot. So that's going to move both of us up in place, and I'm just going to be in his draft. So yep, he's pitting, moves us both up, and now I'm going to go by him. So everything's working out good. I shouldn't have to go crazy with this unless he pushes the issue. The line is right. Get back on the throttle too early. I didn't turn, and I got back on the AstroTurf. I'm off track. Now, right now, I don't want to lose it. I'm in the worst case scenario right now. I didn't spin. I got back on it. I lost 2 spots. My tires are dirty. I'm kicking myself that I didn't turn the wheel tight enough. Didn't think I was going to drift out, but I did. So right now, okay, I've got 2 laps. 2.5 laps left to catch the 2 spots I just lost and worry about the guy behind me. Like I said, I was kicking myself. I cannot believe I made that simple mistake. He got on the throttle just a little too early, just worried that he was going to come back and try and come back about the inside. Here comes that Corvette. I'm not going to fight the issue because we're coming around to the front straight. I'm going to draft him anyway. And because I have 1 lap newer tires than everyone else, because everyone pitted at the same time and I was 1 lap later, my tires will be faster the very last lap of this race. And just let him pull me down the front straight. Now I'm not going to try and go past him. I'm just going to hit him few times to get him going faster than me, so I can get a better draft and get into that 6th gear one more time. Now I'm in 6th. Now I decide I'm gonna go for it. So unless he wants to push the issue, make sure I don't go off this time. I don't. All right. So here's the thing, is that he should try to, and he's going to. You see that? He tapped me going to that corner. That should have gotten him a penalty, because he almost knocked me off track, but I guess the system decided it wasn't going to give it to him because I did go off track. It's probably the same thing happened to me when I actually hit that Porsche in front of me and he didn't go off either. But I wasn't expecting him to try and go through that corner. That's just that thing is like a dog leg, it's a kink. And you don't pass there through that corner unless you're already beside somebody, and he wasn't. So you can see 5th and 4th, they are not far away, so it means their tires are starting. That Corvette's trying to go on the outside, dumb move, because he's not going to make it. And he's wearing out his tires more. I had to cover the inside, so I didn't get through that corner very well. So here's my problem, is that I'm not close enough to 5th to be in their draft. And now the Corvette and the car behind him are going to eat me alive. So my only grace here, I got to cover the inside, which is exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to stay here. It's the worst line to go into turn 1, but I'm making them go around me. And they don't know how late I'm going to brake. As you can see, the arrows in the radar. So the Corvette broke the latest. The Mercedes decided to take advantage of that, get in front of me, and so I lost 1 spot. So I'm back where I was when I started, which is, it sucks, but I know I'm faster than this guy. Yeah, see, he's struggling. He almost swapped ends there. Alright, I want to get through this kink. Downshift, back on the power. Almost lost it. But I know I'm faster through here. I get on the throttle faster. See, I'm right on him. I'm trying to make him make a mistake. He cuts it too shallow. Makes me get back on him. But once again, I don't want to be in front of him going in front straight. I just want to stay close. I had to get out of the throttle there and just let him pull me down the straight. Corvette's nowhere to be seen. I'm not worried about him. He's going to go by this Mercedes. This is the final lap. Let's see if I get 6th place back. Yep. Nice clean move. Just don't go off track. There we go. 5th and 4th are not far away. Their tires should be wearing out. So now I don't have to worry about the Mercedes. And trying to get past him, I can make headway and catch the guys in front of me. Nice line through there. Shift up, closer. That was a good line. Closer. Running out of time. Good line through there. They're right in front of me. Gotta get close enough to actually get in their draft. If I am in their draft, I'm barely in it. Don't have enough time to catch them. That's pretty much it. As you can see, I've got 7/10 of a lap of fuel left. So I didn't even have to take that splash of fuel. I probably would have finished with 2/10 of a lap left. It was a fun race. I decided not to race anymore that night. I did race one before this one. It wasn't nearly as good, but I learned my lesson. Thanks a lot for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And like I said, if you want to see more races, subscribe. Stay safe out there. Until next time, peace.